Hi Stitchy Friends, it's Sarah. I'm missing my other half today, Jen, but that's okay because I'm here to do a WIP parade. So welcome back to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome if you're new here. Glad to have you. Today is Monday, May 30th. It's Memorial Day. Hopefully you guys are enjoying time with family and celebrating the holiday. Yeah, so my family's off doing their own thing. My husband's outside mowing, my kids are off, my son's working, my daughter's out with a friend. So it's just me and Daisy here in my craft room. So I thought, let's do a WIP parade. I've never done one before. I did go through my WIPs a couple days ago. I unkitted some things that just weren't sparking joy anymore. And so now I have the things that I am still interested in working on, and I still have a pretty good chunk of WIPs, got 34. So I thought we would just kind of go through them and I'll show you what I've got. Before I do that, I did want to tell you guys about an upcoming SAL stitch along that I am hosting along with Alexis from Alexis My Amazing World on Flosstube and Instagram. We are hosting a SAL for this pattern here. It is a Lizzie Kate, and it was a mystery stitch along. So it's a 3-part stitch along. You would have to buy all 3 parts. They sell it on 1, 2, 3 stitch, and so it comes in parts. So you'd have to buy part 1, part 2, and part 3 to get the entire pattern. So I'll give you a little bit closer look there. It's very pretty. There's also an embellishment pack if you want to buy the buttons that go on there. And again, yeah, it's all on 1, 2, 3 stitch. You can order it from there. Sorry, I lost my mind for a second there. We do have a hashtag. It's hashtag ThingsUnseenSal. And I hope you guys can join us. We're actually going to start it on June 18th. So that gives you some time to get a hold of the pattern and kit it up. And I'm really excited. This will be my first Lizzie Kate, so I'm looking forward to it. Jen will also be stitching it along with some of our Stitchy Friends. So I'm excited to see how this one unfolds. So yeah, Things Unseen Sal. All right, so let's get to the WIPs. I've been putting my WIPs here in my cubbies. I don't know if it's the best storage option, but I'm just gonna pull from my cubbies and show you what I've got in no particular order. All right, pull a couple down here. All right, this first one is the blue flower. It's called Acorns. I bought this one at StitchCon last year. I'm gonna be at StitchCon again. Jen and I will be at Weekend A, so we're looking forward to that coming up. But there's that, Acorns by the Blue Flower. And I just really need to pull this one back out because I'm close to a finish. Close enough to get this done anyways. Let's see. Here we go. Sorry for the wrinkles, but there it is. So I've got all the letters done, working on the leaves and the acorns around the letters, and then I will have to get to that border. So I find this one so enjoyable. I love working on it. I just need to pull it out. I guess because it's not fall and I'm just not in the fall mode right now. But I love this. I'm stitching this, and I'll try to tell you the fabrics and stuff, but some of them I don't know. I'm stitching this on 36 count linen in the color Lemongrass from Mystic Fabrics. So there's Acorns. I'm usually a seasonal stitcher. Like I stitch in the season, which is why I don't get things finished in the season. So it'll probably be fall before I pick that one up again. This one's close to a finish too. This is called Autumnal Sampler. It is from Little Robin Designs. This was a market release, no, expo back in like August, I think. I love this. It's beautiful. I dyed my own fabric. I wanted it to look like a stormy night sky. And so that's what I've got. I've got all the words done, working on that tree, and then I'll need to come down here and do that little house and the little cat. So there's that one. I was plugging away on this thing, but I got frustrated by that moon. I really wanted it to have like the swirly effect that I saw in the picture, and it just didn't work out that way, but I think it's still beautiful. I'll pull it back out too, probably in the fall. Okay, let's see what we have next. Oh, Daisy's coming. She wants to say hello. Come here. You want to say hello? Oh, say hi, friends. Hi. Daisy's my sidekick. She's always with me. Oh, I know. Oh, thank you. All right, say goodbye to the people. Goodbye, people. All right. Sorry, you got to get your daily dose of Daisy. Okay, the next one is, don't you love getting out your WIPs and seeing, it's like seeing old friends. The next one is Emily's House from Lindy Stitches. I love that big yellow house. And the little doggy and the kitty cats. So cute. Yeah, there's 2 cats on the roof. One here and one there. And there's another moon, 2 moons. Very interesting. And the saying says, "Speak for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute." I love that. So here is my progress. It's not much, but it's something. That's where I'm at. Just working on that border and that bird on top of the roof there. I'm trying to think what fabric this was. And of course I don't have it written down. It's probably a 32 or a 36. And I think it's a Picture This Plus fabric, but I'm not able to remember right now what color. Sorry. Maybe I used the called for. Hold on, let me see one second. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yes, it's 36 count, Picture This Plus linen and oaken. That's what it is. I remember I used the called for that one. So there's my Emily's House. And of course, while I've got this out, I gotta show you my adorable project bag. I love this one, the pumpkin spice. So cute. I don't know about y'all, but I love pumpkin spice. Yes, I'm basic. I'm okay with that. And this bag was made by the Painted Leaf Company, Painted Leaf Co. on Etsy and Instagram. And if you're new here, that is the shop. That's the shop that's run by my mom and my sister. They make these adorable project bags. My sister sells plants. It's wonderful. Go check it out. All right, next in my little Red Riding Hood bag, not from the Painted Leaf Co., I have, this one was from Little Boat 88. I have my Frosted Pumpkin Stitch Along, the Little Red Riding Hood Stitch Along. Let me find the picture here. Sorry I didn't prepare all this ahead of time. As I said, it was a very impromptu decision. Do I have a picture? Hold, please. Maybe, maybe not. Here it is, sorry. There it is, the Little Red Riding Hood parade. I love the wolf in the grandmother's bed there. Very cute. I love all the colors, very fall. And I'm using the called for fabric. I bought it as a kit from the Frosted Pumpkin. It is Picture This Plus, 28 count cashel in the color Spice. And I don't have a very big start, but there we are. A little bit of the house, a little bit of Red Riding Hood, her dress and her sleeves. So that's where I'm at on that. If I just had like hours and hours every day to spend on my stitching, That would be fantastic. Although I'm not complaining, I am a teacher on summer break now, so I will have more time than usual, which I'm totally excited about. Let me put my pattern back in the sleeve here, because if I don't put all this stuff away, it's gonna be unorganized, and we don't want that to happen. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying a beautiful day today. If you're watching on Memorial Day, which I hope you're not, I hope you're out doing fun stuff. But I hope your summer is starting off wonderfully. Okay, moving along. Pull a few more down. Okay, this one, another painted leaf co bag, coffee. I am doing the another frosted pumpkin sow, the Cozy Cafe. You may have seen this one before with all of the drinks there. It's like a little drink menu. And here's my progress. Yeah, I'm working on a drink down here. And then after that, I think I have like 3 more drinks to put in. I just need to finish it. So there's that. Yeah, that's super cute. I was just thinking to myself that the date down there is 2021. Obviously, I'm not gonna finish it in 2021 because I'd have to travel back in time, but I think I'll just leave it on there because that was the date of the sale. Random thoughts. Okay, moving along, we have another painted leaf co bag. I asked my mom to make these because this little dog here looks like my Toby dog who passed away recently. And so it's a great bag to remember him by. Inside of here, I am keeping my Owl Forest Embroidery 100 owls. Out of 100 owls, I've stitched 1. 99 more to go, right? But there's that one. And I just love him. I'm using the variegated flosses that are sold by Owl Forest Embroidery, and it was very, very well worth it. They're very beautiful flosses, and I like how the variegation works with the pattern. So I need to pull that one back out too. I don't know if this is making me feel happy to see all my WIPs or maybe sad that I'm so behind on everything. This is in a funky painted leaf co bag. Got some Art Deco cats there. In here I have my Trans Pride Tapestry that came out last June for Pride Month. And it was designed, the artwork is designed by Kari Nakin, and then the pattern was designed by D20 on Instagram as D's 20 Stitches, same on Flosstube. So go check them out. For this one, I dyed my own fabric, and I had a small start. That's where that one is. My daughters are doing this one too, and they're a lot farther than I am. My daughters are more of a monogamous, they're more monogamous stitchers than I am, so they see more progress on things. All right, chipping away here. Here's another one I don't have much done on. This pattern was in, it was in the Halloween edition of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween. Yeah, Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine. Ooh, it's called Blackbirds on a Pumpkin, and it's designed by Karen Kluba of Rosewood Manor. Gotta be careful because the pattern's right below here. So there is the pattern. There's a little bit more up here. I don't know why the whole thing's not being pictured. But there's that. I love it because it has such very vibrant colors. First, I'll show you the color palette here. I believe I'm using all the called for colors, and they're a little messy. But yeah, here we are. Very vibrant color palette, which I love. And I'm stitching this, I know it's a Be Stitch Me fabric, but I'm not remembering what color. But there's my tiny start on that too. not much to show on some of these. Sorry about that. But when fall rolls back around, I'll be pulling all these fall Halloween ones back out, because I just love to stitch in the season. It makes me feel festive. I don't know. Oops. All right. Another painted leaf co bag. This is my scary Cheweenies. Or no, I think it was called Halloweenies. So cute. My Daisy's a Cheweenie, so that's why I like this one. Oh, okay, so this one I started and then I restarted and then I got frustrated. This is a blue flower, my favorite designer. And this one is called Halloween Parade. Got all the animals there in their little costumes. No, actually, I didn't start it before. I had purchased the called for fabric. It's Egyptian Sand by Mountain Air Fabrics. And it was not that color. It was a lot darker, and it just didn't look good with the flosses. So I decided to pull out, this was a fabric I had bought at StitchCon last year at the Annex. And I have another very tiny start, but I'm liking this fabric. Sorry, there's a needle hanging off here, but there's what I've got. I've got the little cat in her little like dragon costume on the tree branch there. Do you see her? So that's where I'm at. A lot of sad starts here. Goodness. A lot of work ahead of me. That's okay. It's not my job. It's my hobby. I do what brings me joy, what strikes my fancy at that moment. All right. Thanks for being patient while I put all these things back in the bags. All right, moving on. I had $1 for every time I said moving on. All right, got another one with the Halloweenies, different color, very cute. No, these are Dachshunds, just kidding. Yeah, oh yeah, I got the Chihuahuas and the Weenies because Daisy's a Cheweenie. Anyway, very cute. This is Sleepy Hollow from Hello from Liz Matthews. I love those grumpy pumpkins. Very cute pattern. And I'm stitching this on a Jody fabric. Looks like it's probably a 36 count. And I'll put something behind it. And that's what I've got. So I've been working on the right side of the tree, getting those pumpkins in, getting the ground below them. So, good start. I can't wait to get back to this one. And I love it on this green fabric. That's spooky. Okay. Back in the bag with you. All right, ready for some more. So I can pull everything off this shelf. Okay. Oh boy, here's another big one. Like big. This is my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I've started up here and I'm getting into this one here. And this fabric that I'm going to be showing you is a 40 count from Mystic Fabrics in the color Vetris, I don't know, but I love the color. All right, here we are. So I got that whole first block done and I'm starting on that second block. I got a whole lot more to do on this one. But again, that's okay. I'll get to it when I get to it. And, oh, never mind. Thought I lost the picture. Sorry. Whew, okay. Here's another one. I love this bag. This one's from the Brass Button. I love the pumpkins and the tombstones. This one is another frosted pumpkin stitch along. This is the Maple Lane stitch along. There it is. I I kind of paused on this one because I'm changing the people and the animals there to reflect my kids and my dogs. So this one I'm making my son. This one's gonna be my daughter Maggie. I'm gonna make this one a girl and make that my daughter Kendall. And this dog, I'm gonna change it to white and black for my dog Toby, and I'm gonna make this person a dog and make that Daisy. So I'm gonna turn it into my family members, but I've been a little intimidated by changing the pattern, so I've kind of been holding off a little bit. This one, again, I ordered the kit from Frosted Pumpkins, so this is whatever the called for fabric is. It's usually a picture this plus. But here we go. That's what I've got so far. Sorry, the fabric is so wrinkly. It might be a little bit better. That's what I've got. So I changed the guy's hair color to look more like my son. And that's it. That's what I've got. Do you guys have a bunch of WIPs that you have to get back to? Does it make you feel like stressed, or does it make you happy? Like, I love all of these. I just wish I had time to stitch all of them all the time. All right, this one was a restart too. Very tiny start on this one. This is a Blackbird Designs called Midnight Watch. And this has got dog hair all over it. This is the same fabric that I'm stitching Hawk Run Hollow on, and that's all I've got. This is a 40 count, so maybe it might be 36, I'm not sure. But I had started it over because I think I was stitching it with one strand and then I didn't like the coverage, so I frogged it all out and started over with 2. And I like that coverage a little better. Well, that's gonna take me a while to finish, obviously, because I barely have it started. I promise you'll see things with more progress soon. All right, not right now though. This one is a Prairie Schooler. It's called Pumpkin Patch, and I'm stitching the big in here. And this is on 40 count. Picture This Plus in the color Mellow. And, sorry, I'm trying to fold it so the wrinkles aren't so obvious, but sorry. But yeah, that's my start. That's my sad little start. Jack-o'-lantern eyes. Yeah, I started all the things last fall, so that's why I have a bunch of WIPs, a bunch of Halloween and fall WIPs, and not a whole lot of progress. All right, this next one has a little bit more progress. The next one is Away We Ride. This is also another brass button from last Halloween. And Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. This was my first Blackbird. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Murky from Picture This Plus. And just trying to fold it over a little bit here. And here's what I've got. So I've got that house, got a couple of the birds there, and I'm working on this tree over here. So I really enjoy this one. I did have some trouble. I couldn't find the called for color for the moon, and so I tried different colors and I finally settled on that one. I think that one is, I think that's a Gentle Arts in the color Fragrant Cloves, the moon, in case you were wondering. All right. I think that might be it for like my fall Halloween WIPs. What's your favorite season to stitch? I find that I do a lot of Halloween and Christmas, and I don't have much spring or summer. So I'm trying to intentionally get more spring and summer patterns. All right. love this bag. This was another Painted Leaf company. I think my mom said they're gonna make more of these. This was called Bees and Blooms. So cute, very cute for summer. This is the pattern Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower. I love this one so much. And I'm stitching this on, that's not right. Okay, for some reason I have another paper in here. I'm stitching this on 40 count linen from Color and Cotton in the color Mocha, which is very interesting because it's purple. But here we are. Let me unfold it here. I love this one. And I almost wanted to restart it because when I went to the Steel City Stitchers retreat back in, was that February, March? They had a model of this pattern stitched on a beautiful fabric from Fabrics by Stephanie in the color Jamie's Kilt, and it looked amazing. I almost wanted to restart this, but I have put too much work into it to do that. So it's just gonna stay on this fabric, and that's fine because it looks amazing. But here's what I have. I just love this little bear down here with his little berries, his little huckleberries. And this one's sleeping down here. So that's where I'm at. I can't wait to move up to that yellow house. I love to stitch a house. So there's that one. I think that's probably one of my favorite Blue Flower designs ever. She's definitely my favorite designer. Favorite. There's not a whole lot of things she designs that I'm like, eh. Oops. Forgot to put this in the bag here. All right, this next one is a bag that I made. No, just kidding, it's not. It's a bag that my mom made. I made a different one. It's not as pretty as this one. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Love it. Love those darn owls, the watercolor owls. Got the swan over here. And I can't show you the inside because you'll see the pattern, but this is another Blue Flower, another favorite of mine, Moonlight Sampler. This was my birthday start last year. And I'm stitching mine on a 40 count X-Jew design in the color My Little Dove. And I'm gonna restart it. I'm not loving it on this fabric, and I'll show you why. I'll show you why. It's just not working for me on this fabric. A beautiful fabric. I love stitching on X-Jew design fabric. It's just perfect. It's one of my favorites. Just not this pattern, I think. So let me show you. This is what I've got so far. And I feel like the things are just not popping on this fabric. I feel, and I don't have great light here. This fabric is like a very light purple. My lighting isn't great in here. I'm sitting on the floor. There's white flowers here. I've stitched them and you can't even see them unless you get real close. So I think I'm going to start this one over on something a little bit more vibrant so that the things will pop. So, you know, I hate to not continue on this because I put so much time into it, but I want it to be something that makes me happy. Every time I pull this out, I'm like, that would look great on a different fabric. And so I just need to bite the bullet and put it on a different fabric. And I think for this, it's just a lot to frog, so I'll probably just maybe cut off the part that I stitched on. I don't know. Hate to waste fabric, but that's a lot to frog. What would you guys do? What would you do if you were me? All right. The next one, this is the Funky Mushroom, another one from Painted Leaf Co. If you can't tell, my favorite bags ever. And I got these at Market. These are Market releases from Lila's Studio. You've got Spring Parade Set 1 and Spring Parade Set 2. I've stitched and fully finished the artichoke driving bunny, and now I'm working on the radish bunny. I also want to stitch the strawberry bunny, and I definitely want to stitch this one driving the carrot. Basically all the ones that they're driving food. So here's my work on the radish bunny. Don't laugh at my ridiculously small margins here. It's gonna be a little pillow, it's fine, it's fine. And that's where I'm at. Got the radish all done, gotta do the leaves and stuff off the back here and the wheels and fill in that bunny. But it's super cute, these are fun stitches. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and I'm stitching this on a, it's like a lime green fabric that I got in one of my Black Needle Society boxes. It was the Happy Hour stitching box. And this fabric was designed by, it was dyed by Seraphim Fabrics. Very pretty. Love to get my hands on another piece of that, but it's not, there's none in the vault. Speaking of, if you guys are not familiar with the Black Needle Society, they're a subscription box, a cross-stitch subscription box, and they have other special ones that you can order even if you don't have a subscription. I'm a Black Needle Society rep, and anytime that they have extras from one of their releases, they put them in their vault on their website, blackneedlesociety.com, and you can go and snag those items if you weren't able to get a box, or if you didn't want to get the whole box and you just want a couple things. I do have a discount code. It is Stitchy Sarah 5. Yes, Stitchy Sarah 5, just making sure, one word, Stitchy Sarah, and then the number 5, and you can get a 5% discount. Just making sure I have that right. A 5% discount on your purchase. I believe that's right. I'll put it in the show notes. I have a very bad memory, which is not a good thing when you're a teacher. It's like I have the capacity to remember the things I need to remember, which that should probably be a thing I need to remember. But anyway, we're not here to talk about my bad memory. Okay, next. This was an early Painted Leaf Co. bag. Look at those kitties riding their little bikes. In this one, I have Stars Bright by Lindy Stitches. She's another of my favorite designers. And I love the colors on this one. The saying says, we would be together and have our books, and at night be warm in our bed together with the windows open and the stars bright. So pretty. I think I bought that pattern last year at StitchCon, if I'm not mistaken. And another one I'm stitching on Jody fabric, very vibrant. Let me kind of fold it down so you can see it better. Okay. And that's where I'm at. Got the one bird there and started the saying. These little squares take a little bit of time. A lot of little stitches in there. This is a 40 count, and I love it. I need to get back to this one. I need to get back to all of them, but this one in particular is so beautiful. I'd like to have that on my wall. Very pretty. Very pretty. Okay. All right. I'm not even going to show you the next one because I think I've got like 5 stitches in it. We're just going to put that over here. This is the bag I made. I think I got confused because this one has an owl too. I made this bag last year, and I made it specifically for this pattern. My kids got this for me last year for Mother's Day. It's another Lindy Stitches. It's called Tread Softly. I love that owl. I love those beautiful bright colors. It says, but I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly because you tread on my dreams. So beautiful. So pretty. I am stitching this. I think this is a Fiber on a Whim fabric. And I'm not remembering the color, sorry. But here I am. That owl is no joke. He's a biggin'. But he's coming together. Very cute. I got this needle minder last year for my kids too. So there's my owl. I specifically saved this last year to start at StitchCon. So it's my StitchCon start. It's very special to me because it's from my kids. So I should finish it. And it's in my special bag that I made. All right. Am I ready for more? Let's grab some more. Okay. Whew. Another Painted Leaf Co. bag. Gotta love the bees. This is another tiny start. I'll show it to you anyways. Let me show you the pattern. I don't have like a giant picture of this pattern. I just cut this off of the back of the box that it came in. I bought the kit. This is another Owl Forest embroidery. That you won't even be able to tell what that is from that picture. Hold up. Let me see if it's in here. Yeah, no. Okay. So apparently I don't have a good picture of the pattern. I just had this little teensy tiny. Yeah, you can't even tell what that is. Anyway, it's a bee pattern. It's called Golden Bees. And that's what I've got. He doesn't even have wings yet. There's my bee. Oh boy. Oh boy. Some of these are kind of sad. This next one's not though. The next one is beautiful. Another bag that I made specifically for this pattern. This is another Owl Forest embroidery. And just a heads up, don't anybody come at me for the Owl Forest. I realize it's a Russian company. I bought these a while ago. And yeah, I don't want to hear any of that. Not trying to hear it. The only reason I say something is because I was watching another Flosstuber. I think it was Finally a Farm Girl. And she had a finish of an Owl Forest embroidery. And someone left a nasty comment. I mean, you know, these are things I've started. These are things I've loved. These are things I've paid money for. A long time ago before the war ever started. So again, don't come at me for stitching something by a Russian designer because I'm not here to hear it. But anyway, sorry about that. Just felt like it needed to be said. Anyway, this is the Alice in Wonderland. This is a free stitch along. I believe it's still free. It was when I got it. And so was the 100 Owls. So they have some really great free patterns on their website. So this was a free one. It was the Alice in Wonderland. And you can tell this is going to be ginormous, huge. I'm stitching this on a 32 count straw from Weeks Dye Works. And I finished that bunny recently, the white rabbit. He's so cute. Working on Alice over here. But I used the variegated flosses from Owl Forest. And I just love how it's coming out. I've got a lot more work to do on this one. But it's gonna be stunning. Stunning. And it's gonna be huge. Okay. All right. This one is another blue flower. My favorite. This one is Tudor Ermine. This is one of her holiday Christmas releases. I love that little ermine. And here's where I'm at with him. He's so cute. I believe I'm stitching this on that same fabric I was doing Emily's house, the Oaken by Picture This Plus. It's a 36 count. That's what I've got so far. All right, and this is in another Painted Leaf Co. bag. Very pretty, wintry. If I didn't mention, I'm sitting here in my craft room. This is my sanctuary. This is my happy place. And it just brings me so much joy to have this space to come to. All right, this one is a Barbara Anna called Santa's Trips. I love all the different little vignettes. I like all the pictures of Santa and Mrs. Claus riding the different animals. We got the reindeer here, and the bunny, and the pig, and the cat. you know, I guess if you got to get somewhere, you do what you can, right? So that's a very beautiful, beautiful pattern. Got it in another Painted Leaf Co bag, my poinsettias. And this one is looking like this. So I'm stitching this on 40 count Egyptian sand. That was the one I had ordered for the Halloween parade by Blue Flower, and I thought it worked out perfectly for this pattern, and I'm just loving it. I love all the berries. It's a little tedious to stitch the berries around the border there, but it just makes it pop. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. I have a lot of projects going on. That's okay. It's all right. Okay. Whew. It's, you know, when I started this channel, I started out on my own, and so, you know, that was great. But then it was more fun to do it with my friend Jenn. And now I'm realizing why, because I have to do all the talking. I don't get a reprieve, which I'm not, I mean, obviously I decided to make this video, so I'm not complaining, but it's just a lot of work when you're the only one sitting here talking. It's like I'm talking to myself, but I'm not, because I'm talking to you guys. But right now, I'm talking to myself until this is uploaded. Anyway, there's another Painted Leaf Co bag. Love these bears. In this one, I have a Lindy Stitches pattern. And it is this one, Into All a Good Night. So cute. I love that crazy greenhouse. And, you know, what doesn't say Christmas like a peacock on the roof, right? That's what I love about Lindy Stitches. Her designs are just quirky, and she's just true to herself as an artist. And I love that. I love that about her. All right. So this one I'm stitching on the called for. I believe this was like a mini, well, what was it called? Let me see if I can find it real quick. The called for was 36 count raw mini dot linen by Zweigert, and that's what I'm using. And that's what I've got so far. Got that peacock. He's looking fantastic. Got the roof. Now I'm ready to tackle that house. That's a lot of solid stitching there, a lot of full coverage, but it's gonna look awesome. I just like the non-traditional quirky Christmas theme going on there. Okay, need some more. All right, I think there's another one back here too. Not ideal, but here we are. All right, I love this bag. It's another brass button. I love those white trees and the red birds. This is another Blue Flower, surprise. This is Winter Blooms. I love those colors. I'm stitching this. Let's see, what was this fabric? This is, 40 count pearl from Mystic Fabrics. And I put something behind it. And here we are. Not a whole lot on there, but it's a start. And I think it's gonna look really good on this fabric. Just get like a wintry feel from this fabric. So there's that one. All right. This is another tiny start. I'm not even gonna show it to you. And this one is another Painted Leaf Co bag. This one's gonna be a restart. It's a Blue Flower pattern. I know, you're shocked, right? And it's called Night Walk Down. It's one I've been wanting to stitch forever. And so I started it, and I've just had a lot of trouble with this fabric. I have started and frogged and restarted and frogged, and sorry, I've got a got thread hanging out here. I'll just pull it to the back. And I think just all the restarting has really frustrated me. And so I want to start it over. And this isn't one where I have too much started where I would feel bad about restarting. But that's where I'm at so far, literally just the girl's hair. And this fabric is a 36 count, and I didn't like the coverage of just 1/2. It was just 2. You could see the fabric through her hair. And the 2/2 is just looking a little dense for my liking. And so instead, I got this fabric after seeing it at the retreat, the Steel City Stitchers retreat. This was the one that they had stitched Huckleberry Farm on. And so I got this fabric. It's called Jamie's Kilt by Fabrics by Stephanie. And it is just gorgeous. You got some purples and greens and grays in there. And the modeling is just fantastic. I got a really long piece. So I'll be able to use it for more than one project, which is awesome. But I think this pattern, the Night Walk Down, the color palette is gonna look really cool with this fabric. So I'm excited to restart that one. And again, I will just frog this. I definitely will frog this one so I can reuse this fabric and use it for something different. Okay. We're almost to the end. Almost to the end. Okay. Oh. All right. This is a beautiful pattern. You've probably seen this. It was a really popular release at market. It is called This Is the Day by Plum Street Samplers. And that house is amazing. Amazing. So I'm gonna stitch all of it except the verse down there. So just stitching that house and the urn with the flowers and the sun. And you can't see it, but there's a goat here. There's 2 goats stacked up here. So I'm hoping that the fabric I chose, they're gonna pop a little bit more than that because that fabric is just too light, at least in the picture. So this is another one that I had started and then restarted. You can tell I'm a restarter, which is probably another reason why I don't make a whole lot of progress. I had started this, I'll show you my start, it's still in here. I had started this on, it was Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim, I think that's right. So this was my start. I started on that house, and that might be upside down. No, I don't know. It is or it isn't. Anyways, I had started that, and then my sidekick, Jenn, oh wait, this isn't Cream and Sugar, this is Color and Cotton Ophelia, which is another gorgeous color. Definitely frogging that and reusing this fabric. But yeah, my friend Jenn started hers on a different fabric. And funny enough, this is the color My Little Dove, the one that I had started Moonlight Sampler on. But that one was a 40 count and this is a 36 count, and the color difference is huge. Looks like completely different fabric. Hopefully it'll show up on the screen here for you, but I restarted and I'm liking this a whole lot better. So this, the color's not coming through. The light in here is terrible. So this is like a pale purpley color, and I think that goat is really showing up on there. And I'm working on the flowers and the top border there, so I'm glad I restarted. I think it's going to show up a little bit better on here than it will on the lighter colored fabric. So yes, I'm excited about that. Yeah, if I'm going to invest the time in stitching something, I want it to look good. If it doesn't look good on the fabric I'm stitching it on, I'm not going to want to stitch it. So it's worth it to me to restart. And, okay, so this one, I guess is technically a WIP, but I don't have it. Okay, let me just explain. Okay, so this is the Hands-On Design Seasons 2, and it's got a little small for every month of the year. And so I'm stitching those, and I just stitched June, so that one's actually a finish for me. but I'm keeping it as a WIP because I'm going to stitch every month as they come along. So of course, next I'll be doing July. Got the corn there, knee high by the 4th of July. I don't know if that's showing up very good. But yeah, so I don't have anything I'm actively working on from this, but I'm keeping it in my WIPs because I'll be moving on to July very soon. And I'll be showing my finish of June in our next regular Flosstube video. And I'm keeping this in my Home Sweet Home bag from Painted Leaf Co. I thought that was fitting. And I just love this bag. Just as a side note, thinking about Painted Leaf Co., we mentioned in our last couple of videos, we're getting really close to 3,000 subscribers. And so we're going to be doing a celebration video when we hit that 3,000. We're like this far away. But a little sneak peek, I guess, or a little spoiler for the celebration. It will involve Painted Leaf Co. and a giveaway. So just so you know. Just so you know. Okay, in my... No, this is not my final WIP. It's almost. This is another brass button bag. This is Thursa Priscilla Dawes. It was designed by Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, Julie. And her shop is actually called Hemlock and Rye. You can find it on her Gumroad. And this was a reproduction sampler she did. And she offers it in 2 colorways. And I chose the more muted, or the aged colorway, I should say. And I'm actually stitching it on the same fabric she stitched the model on, which was called, I want to say, oh, it's right here. Saltbush 40 count from Fox and Rabbit. And this is what I've got so far. Not a big start, but a start. Working on that border. I've got these 2 little birdies up here and this little tree, I guess. That's where I'm at. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for this one to be finished, which is going to be a while, but it's going to be gorgeous. There's so many colors in it, and it's just so vibrant. Even though I'm doing the aged colorway, there are just so many vibrant colors in here. It's going to look amazing. Amazing. All right, now I'm down to the last one. This is my pièce de résistance. I probably said that wrong. It's okay. I'm not French. This is called Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. This was another market release recently. She released a whole lot of things, but this one just struck me. And my friend Kirby Creates on Instagram, she's stitching it too. We're doing a stitch along together, and we're shooting for a page finish a month. And so we just finished up, we're finishing up month 2 because we started in April. And so I'm a little bit behind, but I'll catch up now that I'm out of school. But here's the picture of the entire sampler. It's huge, but it's gorgeous. I love the color palette, the blues and the browns, and there's greens in there. And it's just gonna be stunning. So I'm stitching this on a 46 count, which, as I mentioned in my other videos, was not the smartest choice for the first time I'm stitching on 36 to stitch such a huge piece, but here we are nonetheless. That's why it's taking me a little bit longer, because sometimes that 46 count makes my eyes cross. And I have really good eyesight. I don't use any type of, I'm not bragging, I'm just very lucky in that way. I don't use any type of lighting or glasses or anything or magnification, but this one is a doozy, this fabric count. But here's where I'm at. Kirby and I are working our way down. I think we're actually going to go back up here next month though. So that's where I'm at. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'll go a little bit closer so you can see. I'm stitching this on 40 count prehistoric. I believe it's Fox and Rabbit. And I just love it. It's a very fun stitch. Let me see if I can find that fabric color. It might not be in here. Oh, here it is. I like the I like this color fabric a little bit more than the neutral here. I mean, not that this isn't neutral, it's just a different, it's like a bluish like a very light bluish gray. And I think that makes the blue pop off of it. But this, yeah, it's, yeah, 46 count prehistoric linen by Fox and Rabbit. So that's that. And of course I have it in my Painted Leaf Co. Teresa Kogut bag. I love this fabric. It comes from her pattern for the Love of Nature. And I have that one kitted up. I'm going to start that sometime. And it's going to be awesome. Whew, so that's that for my WIPs. I'm realizing I have a whole lot of things that don't have very much done on them. So I'm going to have a busy summer. And I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about that. All right. There were a couple that I didn't show you just because, like, I had the teeniest, tiniest little start. But technically, I have 34 WIPs, which isn't bad. Some people have a whole lot more, but some people have less. But again, it's not a competition. It's not my job. It's my hobby, and it makes me happy. So, yeah. All right. I hope I didn't do too bad of a job for my WIP parade, my first WIP parade ever. Hopefully that wasn't incredibly boring. I'm open to constructive criticism for my next one. Don't know when that'll be, but yeah. Thank you for sticking with me if you did stick with me, and thanks for watching. And I would love to hear what you guys are stitching, how many WIPs you have. Yeah, and have a great Memorial Day, everybody. Bye.